Hello everyone, I'm the Mass Analyst. Today I'd like to talk about Vogter2100's suspension a few days ago. He was given a 2-week suspension, apparently due to a false flagging campaign. I'll talk about what led up to the suspension in a moment, but first I want to talk about Vogter2100 himself. Vogter is one of the most passionate defenders of free speech on YouTube. When my account was suspended about a month ago, he was one of the first people to post a video decrying my suspension and asking others to get in touch with YouTube to try and get my account reinstated. And for that I am truly thankful, Vogter. I hope that in some small way this video will help get your account back. I hope that it will inspire others to get in touch with YouTube on your behalf. I should have made this a few days ago, just been incredibly busy, but I hope that this will help you out. Now, what led up to Vogter's suspension? A few weeks ago, a YouTuber by the name of Rise1, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right, made a video entitled Creationist Chippendales. Now this video used software from JibJab, which featured animated dancing Chippendales. Now there weren't any faces on these animated dancing Chippendales. It was one of those jobs where you took someone's face and you plugged it in and you could make it look like anybody was doing the Chippendales dance. And so Rice1 posted the faces of several prominent creationists, such as Venom Fang X, onto these bodies, and it made it look like they were doing the dancing. Now some people would find these videos hysterical, some people would find them offensive, and that's okay. Different people can be offended by different things. Now what was the point of this video? Why did Rice1 make this video? He made it in order to draw awareness to a fundraising event that's happening on September 12th. This event is hosted primarily, maybe entirely, by atheists, and it's intended to raise money for Doctors Without Borders. This is a very worthwhile charity, and in this dancing creationist Chippendale video, Rice1 had posted information in the sidebar. He posted a link to the Doctors Without Borders website, as well as links and information as to how one could contribute to the charity. Now, as I said before, some people would find this video hilarious and others would be offended by it. And that's okay because, different people, as I mentioned, are offended by different things. That's what makes the world go round. Now, it's how you react to what is offensive that really is a true measure of your character. And I'm going to talk now directly to the person who flagged this video. Okay, this is addressed directly to you if you flagged the video, or if you flagged Vogter's video for that matter, because the same comments pertain to both. Now, when you saw this video and you were offended, you could have done one of three things. You could have stopped watching the video and clicked on something else, or you could have posted a comment on the video expressing how disgusted you were by it. Or you could have made a video of your own. You could have said in that video, "This is disgusting. This is disgraceful. I'm offended. How dare you use the images of these good people, these creationists, and stick them on this filthy dancing Chippendales video." You could have done any of those three options. But no. You chose option 4. You flagged the video in the hopes that YouTube would remove it. I can only guess what was going through your head. I could be wrong, but this is how it looks to me. I'm guessing that your internal dialogue must have gone something like this. "This video is absolutely disgusting. It's filth. I'm offended. I don't care if it's being used to raise money for a charity. I don't care if it may help victims of an earthquake recover their health and recover some sort of sense of stability. I don't care if it may help women who've been raped in wartime get medical attention and counseling. I simply don't care. I don't care if it may help a kid, a 5-year-old girl whose leg has been blown off by a landmine, get a prosthetic device so that she can walk again. I simply don't care. All I know is that I'm offended. How filthy. How dare they do this? I'm going to flag the hell out of this sucker. I'm going to flag it and flag it and flag it until YouTube does something about it. I'm going to make sure that YouTube removes it. And you did it. You flagged it. And YouTube acting like Pavlovian dogs, like marionettes on a string. They did your bidding for you, and they not only removed the video, and they removed that video. Now Vogter2100 saw this. He saw that this video, which was being used to raise awareness for a really worthwhile charity, was removed because of this false flagging, and he was furious, as well he should be. And he responded by making video about this false flagging, and he directed this video directly to the creationist fundamentalist who did the flagging. Now, he made an assumption here. He assumed that it was indeed a creationist or a fundamentalist who flagged the video. Given past history of creationists flagging and DMCAing and vote botting those who post videos that don't line up with their worldview, given that history, it's not an unfair assumption. We don't know for a fact that he's right, but that's the assumption that he made, and he directed his video toward the Christian fundee who did this. I'm going to assume for now that he is correct. I don't know for a fact that he is, but I think it's very likely that he is correct in his assumption. He addressed that video toward the fundamentalists, and he was rather indelicate in what he had to say. I'm going to post a link in the sidebar so you can watch this video yourself. He cursed out this individual or individuals who flagged the video. He really let them have it with both barrels. I want you to pay attention to one important detail of Vogter's video. Notice who he's cursing out. Notice who he's swearing at. He's not swearing at all Christians or all fundamentalists. He's not swearing at all creationists. He's just cursing out the specific individual or individuals who flagged the Chippendale video. This is not putting everybody into a group and cursing out the entire group. This is not what I would consider hate speech. Now, evidently YouTube does, and to that I can only say, huh? I mean, every week, certainly at least every month, but probably every week, some Christian fundamentalist will go up and put up a video on YouTube saying to the atheists, if you don't believe in our ever-loving, all-merciful God, if you don't believe in Him, you're going to burn in hell forever and ever and ever. You're going to feel the white hot flames for all eternity, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Now, I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to substitute a few words. Instead of saying, if you don't believe in God, say, if you don't give me $10,000. And instead of saying, you're going to hell for all eternity, say, I'm going to put this bullet through your head. Same thing. It's using a coercive technique to try and force somebody into a system of beliefs or to try and force someone to behave as you would want them to behave. Similar technique. I would call this a lot closer to falling within the category of hate speech than anything that Vogter would say. Would I ban this sort of speech? No, of course not. Of course not. These beliefs are legitimately held beliefs by Christians. I'm not saying I agree with them. I strongly disagree with them, in fact, but they legitimately believe this. And so they not only have the right to say it, they have a moral obligation to say it in the hopes of rescuing us from eternal damnation. And I respect that right. And YouTube should respect that right also. But YouTube should also respect the right of those who oppose this. Let the creationists have their say, but also let the Christianists, Hindus, Muslims, everybody should have their say, and let them fight it out in the free marketplace of ideas. Unfortunately, YouTube has allowed its censoring system, its flagging system, the way it honors DMCAs. It has allowed these things to interfere with the free marketplace of idea. Now, granted, YouTube's hands are somewhat tied by the DMCA. They do have to remove videos that were DMCA'd rightfully or wrongly, unless it's perfectly obvious that the DMCA is bogus. So their hands are somewhat tied by this, but it's not tied at all by their flagging system. They don't have to implement it this way. I strongly suspect that they don't even bother reviewing a video that's been flagged before deciding to suspend an account. I could be wrong, but this is why I suspect this. Another user by the name of Schwannerd had his account suspended, evidently due to false flagging. Now, he got in touch with YouTube, and I'm sure many other people got in touch with YouTube about the suspension. And YouTube did, to their credit, they restored the account within a few days. This is practically an admission on YouTube's part that it did something wrong, that the account shouldn't have been suspended in the first place. Now, what makes this incident so interesting is that Schwannerd never even got a notification from YouTube as to why his account was suspended. There was no email saying your account was suspended for this reason or that reason. He could only guess. And this is wrong. If you're going to kick someone out of the world's largest town hall for political speech, then you have a moral obligation to let them know why. And YouTube didn't. And eventually they backed down. And this to me looks like evidence that they don't even look at videos. They don't even look at accounts to try and figure out what's going on. This is unnecessary and it's wrong, and YouTube should change its policy. YouTube should bring back Vogter's account. And also, and I'm not that familiar with edible napalms. I've seen a few of his videos, and he dances much closer to the edge. But from what I've seen, he hasn't put out something truly horrific, something truly over the line from what little I've seen of his stuff. Somewhat offensive, yeah, but not worthy of suspension, not worthy of banishment from the world's largest town hall for political speech. So YouTube should reconsider its suspension policy and bring these people back. Well, this has been the Mass Analyst, under and in.